Oh,
Wow.
this is so beautiful. I like it when I see collaborations
friend
like
Highlife,
that. I know. Mood.
Berima,
Yes.
welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
How are you
Kwame.
doing?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Okay. Are you related to Andrew Amo and the Dusty?
You know the funny thing? My uncle, who is a musicologist,
Yeah.
who taught at Yale, is also called Andrew Amo.
Really?
Oh, okay. You have an uncle called Andrew
okay,
Amo.
there are two.
Yeah. Okay.
One is a professor at University of Pittsburgh, and
Okay.
the other one was a professor at Yale.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, so the Maxwell was the musicologist, and then Andrew was the maths professor in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, the first time we talked, he was like, "You look like old childhood friends." So everybody keeps asking me, and he does. We've become brothers now. So,
Andy Maso, Anyado or Maso. Andy does to be Maso.
that's a way okay. You're no benyas.
Andy say English, dear. Make come and but Maso, dear. Menya shots handy.
I don't know what class.
Bro, for the
No,
Otzi.
no,
Matiti. Okay.
Yeah.
And there are some women come home.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Berima, why did you choose Highlife? We have other genres of music. Why Highlife?
So my background is jazz, gospel, and soul, and then
Jazz.
yes,
Gospel and
soul music.
I studied jazz in university, jazz trumpet in Rotterdam Conservatory.
So that explains why you always hold a trumpet.
Yes,
Is that your first musical instrument?
amongst many, but it's my best.
Your
musical
best, your
instrument.
favorite.
Yes. So I always say this. I went to John Tay at 5 to study music and then to play with the band. And then my part was to learn everybody's instrument. And when they are not well, I
You can
step in.
I step in.
Wow.
And so back then, I didn't think it was an advantage. But as I became an arranger and I had to write like for orchestras and big
Yeah.
bands,
Yeah.
I could understand the instrument.
So you read
very
music?
well. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
When you go to school,
You learn that.
But at John Tay, we were also taught that.
You know, back then when I used to hear John Tay, and you see a lot of you do this
Yes.
music thing, I didn't really understand it. We're doing music and dance in school, but ours was music. I was doing that dance, but I think you people, it was extensive. It was something that you people were in.
Yes, I mean, it was. I believe that's when the profession started. 'Cause
Okay.
by 7 we were traveling. Like by the time I was 9.
Wow. Wow. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
It was,
Pacho.
Massa, it was at the B
It's
school.
true. It's true.
Charlie,
It's true.
it was.
I mean, we were. By the time I was 9, I think
Yeah.
I had been to most of the African countries.
Yeah.
9.
Yes.
quite
And then
Not singing or
Yes.
playing at that time?
singing and playing and
Playing
everything.
at the same time.
And then by 12, we started European tours at 12.
So which musical instrument did you learn first?
I started with the trumpet.
With the trumpet.
Yes. And then I went to the guitar, then I went to the side drum, euphonium,
Okay.
trombone, tuba, keyboards, drums, bass. Yes.
Interesting.
Sax,
Now
everything.
to the high life question.
Yes. Yes.
Why did you choose high life?
It's an interesting question. So I had finished playing, studying jazz.
All right.
And I was playing in a lot of salsa bands, playing with different artists, traveling to South America, traveling around the world and playing music. And then when I started my own career, and then I was doing more of jazz and then a little bit of like Osibisa style mixed. And then so one time I'm home and then Nampedu, I hear my bell ring and then I open the door and Nampedu is standing there. He's like, I'm Otinasi. I was like, hey, in my own house. Okay.
Wow.
I said, yes, Nana. And I said, he was like, I've been in Holland for a week now. I'm seeing you on TV and you're not playing Highlife. Like, why? What's happening? And he was really talking to me. The next day he came back and then he started to teach me some of the things. And I was playing some of my Highlife songs to him. I was like, okay, I say. We know to know gospel, we know to know R&B, all to know in Highlife auto.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So he taught me Highlife auto. He taught me the 5-6 types of Highlife. He really gave me a lot of information, and he was like, you should Highlife is your thing. You should play it. We are all brought up to think that something that comes from the West is better than our own. We are all raised like that. And so when we have the opportunity, we like to tilt towards that side.
Exactly.
And it takes a few people to go like, okay, what we have is good, And so telling me to come to Ghana, make music, bring my music, I was like, I'm not sure, because I feel like Ghanaians don't appreciate Highlife like they should, like the West do.
Yeah.
So when we are doing shows there, people come, we are always selling out Highlife shows.
Yeah, I see your videos, and you
At
always doing
festivals.
great.
Yes. People, like, when they hear that we are performing, they are coming in their numbers. Like I've not begun my tour. People are just sending me screenshots of my posters in town. Hey, I can show it to you. Hey, I can't wait.
Wow.
And then, but here,
It's
we like other people's music, and it's.
Which countries have you toured so far?
The question is, which country haven't I toured? I started touring when I was 7.
So, you've been
to almost every country.
Yes. The only place I've not gone to is Australia, because I tell them it's too far.
Are you serious? You've been everywhere.
Yes. With different bands, with my own band, since I was a kid, I've not known any other thing.
Wow.
You have a project called the Highlife Restoration Project.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
So, being a brass person, we have different types of Highlife. We have the Adaha Highlife, which was in Cape Coast, the brass band. And then we came into the Akan traditional music, which is palm wine music. And then we came to big band music, which had E.T. Mensah.
Yes.
And then from there we came to the guitar bands with B.A. Adolfo and Pedu, and then we came to Boga Highlife, and then Hip Life, and then contemporary Highlife is KK Fusu and all these people.
Yes.
And so most of the other Highlifes is easy to play, but when it comes to the big band Highlife, the Ramblers, the E.T. Mensah, the Black Beats, and all these people, because the groups were large, so it's very hard to reproduce that sound again. But me being a trumpeter, I decided that, okay, one of the things I'm going to do is bring back that
particular genre
of Highlife. And then also, the Highlife Restoration Project was going on radio. I was actually here to speak to young people, especially young creatives, to start to incorporate our traditional drums into their music. Because when somebody tells you that, okay, I'm taking you to an Indian artist concert, you're not going to expect that you're going to hear them rap over an American beat. You see, that would be weird to you. And that's why when we go outside, our artists here, I'm sorry, but most of them, when they come there, they only go among Ghanaians. True. Because they don't find it authentic.
All right.
You see, they don't find it authentic. So it's like going to like I said, you go to a Pakistani concert or you go to a Chinese concert and you're not hearing Chinese music. That is how they feel. So they think like it's an identity problem. So I felt like if the young ones will start to incorporate traditional instruments into their music, at least even if you're doing an American beat and it has some palogo drum playing something inside, or the maracas, it tilts the identity a bit.
True.
And so recently I met the Commissioner for Culture, and we spoke about it. And I think that is a structural problem. The structural problem is that the young people, sometimes I read some of the articles and some of the things they say about Highlife, and I'm like, wow, it's because nobody is teaching them.
True.
They don't know.
So if for instance, some of our artists are really great artists.
Yeah.
They just don't know. You cannot tax them about it. They just don't know. But if there was like a school program, like I had the opportunity to go to Jonte, if they had like a neighborhood, if like there's a youth center at Ashiaman with instruments and we are teaching them our life,
True.
by the time they get to the point where they are making music, they would know those things and it will be in them for them to produce. But we don't have that. So I am not here to blame artists.
Great.
You understand? I'm not here to blame. I think that the problem is structural, and so these are the things that I was talking to the acting executive director about.
All right.
You know, you say or you tell your story and it feels so smooth, but I'm sure that one way or the other you've had challenges when it comes to your journey into doing music and all that. I mean, if you don't mind sharing with us, I'll be grateful because I mean, I was going to tell you I'm an artist.
Oh wow!
But
you play her song.
She plays a musical instrument.
Oh wow!
You know?
Oh, which one?
Maracas.
Oh wow! Wow, the most important instrument in the band is the dancing that makes it sound
telling you. But you see, a lot of people always think that once you get to a certain stage, it was so smooth to get there and feel the need that, but it's always okay to share your challenges. So when you are also equally going through it, you know that at some point things will change. It will be better. So we don't mind you sharing with us.
So there's troubles in everything that we do. For me, like even being in Holland and trying to, one of the first issues that I faced was that there was a certain mindset that we do drumming and dancing.
Yeah.
So people didn't believe that I was Ghanaian.
Wow.
Because I'm playing the trumpet. And so I had to struggle. So it's like I had to always mention that I'm a Ghanaian. Oh. And that was one of the first challenges. So one of the things that I'm facing right now is like even having health problems, right? So when people see me holding my Moses stick, they think that it's going to turn into a snake, but but for 7 years, it's like I have to hold a stick, and sometimes I cannot be on stage for more than 30 minutes.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but there's a word called sprezzatura, which is like making difficult things look easy. And so that's what I do. I try to make difficult things look easy. So everybody has challenges, but we have to we have to overcome it. The purpose of we having a brain is to think through problems. That's the purpose of the brain. Right. And so when you are going through struggles or trials or anything, it's not smooth for me. I'm doing a concert on Saturday. I don't have money for it. Wow. Because nobody here sponsors Highlife. Our own music.
They don't.
That's another one. Yes.
That's another one.
Nobody sponsors
What
Highlife.
do they tell you when you approach them?
No, because we don't have the numbers like the
other popular genres.
Yes. And it's funny because this morning I was saying it is only in Ghana that our top artists are not playing indigenous music. When you go to Togo, their top artists are playing their indigenous music. When you go to Nigeria, India, Pakistan, Japan, I've been to South America, over 14 countries, Caribbean, I've been there. All their top artists are playing their indigenous music. It's only in Ghana that I come, and our top artists are not playing our indigenous music. You see, and so when you go to banks, you go to the people there is not an agency that our music is dying. And sometimes I know that these people, they love Highlife, but it's like they are not pushing. So I have to raise funds, go and play music, and the little that, do it myself. And so these are some of the challenges that as somebody that is come here. And sometimes I'm like, why don't I just stay there? Because I do sold out concerts there. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, why am I worrying myself? But the thing has to be done. There are young ones to be inspired.
Exactly.
And my wish, you see, this is the thing that I think. In the 70s, Ghanaian bands were so popular around the world. Wow. There are some bands that were even formed that never performed in Ghana. True. They were just formed to perform outside
the country.
And I know that in the next 10, 15 years, that thing is coming back. Because now Highlife is in big demand on festivals. But we are not prepared. Right now, one of the biggest artists touring the world right now is a woman from the north called Florence Adoni. And she's doing over 100 shows a year.
Wow.
Yes, sold out shows. But nobody knows.
I think episode came here and he also mentioned quite a number of them. He said that they are doing so well. It's just that we don't know them.
So the music that the world loves from us, we don't have it here. And I think that it's the Ministry of Tourism and the other names that they've added to arts and culture. There must be a conscious effort, because you see, I know the best cellist in Europe. Why don't we know the best Fonton from drama in Ghana? We used to know Ochrema Asante, all these people. What happened? Why is the music going down? we have a big problem. You see, we have there are certain things when I tell you, it will make you, like, I've been in meetings and I have to be explaining things to people.
Over and over.
They're like, oh, who is the best Highlife artist of the year? And then they go on Google and go and check. And they're like, but that's not Highlife. You see, the whole world knows Highlife apart from us.
Familiar won Highlife Artist of the Year.
Yes.
For 2025.
Yes.
You don't consider his songs Highlife?
Not me.
Okay.
They don't consider it Highlife.
Okay.
It didn't even happen at Familiar's
But
time.
you are educated.
I really love Familiar.
You school.
Yes.
You've learnt music, the theory, practicals.
So this is what I was saying.
When it comes to the genre nomenclature, you know that more than we do.
Yes. No, not necessarily, but I'll share my honest opinion. These artists are really great. I like what they are doing. For me, I think that beautiful harmony.
Yeah.
The guy wrote such a beautiful harmony. What I'm saying is that when we are doing the categories, we have to consider that now we live in a global village.
All right.
Where people here, you see, I've brought musicians here. Anytime I'm bringing them here, they feel like they're coming to the country of Ramblers. They're coming to country of E.T. Mensah, Ampedu, King Bruce, and all these people. They are excited to come and visit the country that produced such great music. So when you say Highlife Artist of the Year or Highlife Song of the Year, let's now start to consider what people think is Highlife around the world, not only here.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Because if there are Highlife artists that are touring now, CNN comes to do documentaries about musicians here. And then you will be shocked. Please go and check on African Voices and see the musicians that CNN does and BBC does.
In Ghana.
Yes, in Ghana. None of them will be allowed to come here in a certain sense. Because what has been done is that there's a divide. And even me, when I came here, I had this mindset that the radio presenters and the people in the media and the gatekeepers don't like authentic music. It shocked me when I came and I met people like Dazi. I met different people and they're like, oh, that's great. So I'm now telling the musicians that also start to put yourself in the media. The work must be on both ends. The work must be on both ends. So when I come to Ghana, I try my best. I arrange with my team, and then we come on. Like even the TGMAs, it's my team that applied for it. I didn't know. They were like, no, we apply for it, and I was shocked that I was elected. Because in my mind, they don't like this type of music.
We do.
But for the record of the year,
I was shocked.
It passed for that category.
Yes, I was shocked. So I've realized that, okay, I have to do the work. But the people at the other side also have to do the work, especially because I was there with a minister, a government minister, and they played the song. It wasn't from years on. That was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
And the person was like, but this is not her life. You see, they want to hear the original instruments. They want to hear those Highlife Yampunsa tones. That is the thing that intrigues them. Do you understand? So Highlife is not just
but
the
you
original.
also understand that when you were even giving us a history of Highlife, Highlife has gone through changes, evolution. And so the Highlife that was played in 1920s by, let's say, the Kumasi Trio is not the same Highlife that is being performed now. Don't you also think that time has evolved? Has brought about changes in the type of genres that we do at present?
Good question. So I have been to like 6 different awards in 6 different countries. You see, when you go to Jamaica, and they will not give a raga award to a dancehall artist.
Hey!
Oh my God!
No. Do you understand?
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that the world sees Highlife a certain way. They want to hear certain tones, certain instruments. They want to hear certain things. If you're doing a fusion between Afrobeat and Highlife, that is fine. Let's have a category for that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, for the fusion.
Yes, let's have a category for that. Don't give Oforian Ponsa an award that should go to let's say Lumba. Or no, they are in the same. They play kind of like let's say somebody like G-Man who played in the 80s with mixing. You understand? Our music has gone through like this disco. It's gone through, and hip life is different from what Highlife is. So don't give a hip life artist a Highlife award. Do you understand? So the categories must be. We should give the best brass band, which is Adaha Highlife. We should give the best
guitar.
Yes, palm wine music. You see, there are a lot now. Kwampa is there. All these people are there. Konimo is still alive.
Yeah.
He is.
You see, so that music is there. So are we the best Adowa player? The best Adowa dancer.
There are categories for that. They call it traditional music.
No, it's just one. Listen, we have how many regions in Ghana?
A lot.
How many rhythms do we have?
About 600.
Okay, so if we have all these rhythms and it is our rhythms, why not honor that? Why honor other people's own? I'm not saying we shouldn't honor people's own, but why do we honor people's own and leave our own? Don't you see the...
You have a point.
I understand.
You have a point, but it's debatable. I wish we had a whole 2-hour conversation so we can talk about high life music. But you have an event coming up this weekend?
This weekend.
Okay. Is it Amo Fest?
Yes, Amo Fest.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Amo Fest.
On the third edition of Amo Fest.
Wow.
I've come with some great Dutch artists. Also, Koto Kid and Ebony Winters. Great artists. Every year I get to bring the best rising star artists in Holland.
Right.
And then I bring them here to join me.
Are they singers or instrumentalists?
One is they are instrumental. So the thing in Europe is that they like instrumental music. Okay. It's like some of them who sold out shows.
Yeah.
Instrumental music. And then Ebony is a singer. Great singer.
Ebony.
Rising, yes. like how Ebony here, everybody's telling her, oh, Ebony.
Do they have anything in common?
No.
But do you have some Ghanaian artists also joining you?
Yes. I have Kwampa joining me. I have Reynolds the Gentleman. I have Santrophy that is touring. Santrophy is in Russia right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're in Russia. They're touring.
Last year they were in Japan.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are going around the world. And
yes.
so when people think about Highlife, they call them, right? But nobody's messing with them here. We have to change that. We have to change.
We will change.
Yes, it's a burden that it's things that bothers me. Because when people come for the year of retenting, you don't want to hear the things that they say. It's a very spiritual thing for them. We see that Ghana, they are Ghana. But they coming back home, it's a very spiritual thing for them. So
they want to connect.
And then they don't get the culture.
Yeah.
When you go to a mosque and they decide that they are not going to bow their head, you're like, hey, what's happening? This is a fake mosque. Right? Yes. And so sometimes when we are doing our things, let's love ourselves as a people. Yeah. So by the way, my concert is coming before the love.
I wish there was a Ghanaian female in there. We have quite a number of them too. But
yes.
Yeah, my girl Lamisi won't be bad.
Yes.
Riala won't be bad.
You are going to get me into trouble because I told Lamisi, Lamisi, forgive me.
She's a sister, yes. So yes.
Next year, I'm going to dedicate a special space for our women.
All right.
Lamisi and Wiala and Florence Adoni. So what I want to do is also give people that are playing like real great high life music a platform, because I also have the ambassadors and the diplomats coming, and they don't go to shows because they feel like, okay, if it's authentic high life, authentic traditional music, they will come.
True.
So our music is for the discerning listener, and anybody that wants to come and enjoy and support us, please come. We have to build a community.
Saturday?
This Saturday at 6 p.m. at Alliance Française.
Okay.
Yes.
Alliance Française.
Alliance Française.
What's the rate? Time? Okay.
Only 100 Ghana. I just made it easy so that everybody can come.
Okay, 6 p.m., 100 Ghana.
100 Ghana, yes.
How do we get tickets to buy?
By going to Ego Tickets, or you use the *713 *33 *047 hash.
Please, can they get it at the gate?
Yes, also.
I'm asking for some of my brothers.
And you can get it at the gate.
Okay, all right.
Yes, you can get it at the gate.
Right.
Awesome.
Yes.
And he has a new song out.
Yes, Danasi. It's coming on my album.
Danasi.
I'm playing music for people that can't speak Twi, so I have to. I make it. My goal is to make the lyrics easier for them.
Yes. Okay. And it's Highlife.
Yes,
Highlife.
All right.
Mixed with classical music. So
okay.
Hear it.
Okay. Danasi by Berima Amo right here on Hitz 103.9 FM. Daybreak Hits. Take a listen. What was happening?
So we are thanking God, and I wanted to write something that puts I was imagining like some monks in a monastery. So
at the point I was lost.
So this kind of Bach, Mozart, kind of influences. Yes. So you realize that it moves together. Our authentic music really is in the blood, in the live stream of music. And they can go together. So that is what we are trying to show that.
Wow.
Yes.
And that is beautiful. How far you taking Highlife music? Highlife is very authentic. And even Paul Simon took Young Ponsan rhythm for Spirit Voices. So I love it when people like you are still promoting what is Ghanaian culturally.
And obviously, it's just so to remind you that he has something coming up this weekend. If you're listening to the music for the first time, or you're listening to it for second, third, fourth time, then you can imagine what to expect this Saturday at Alliance Française. Don't forget, holiday sober. It's when they also call holiday Friday, Saturday, chilling, Sunday, sorry. So please, Saturday at Alliance Française. The time again is
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Right. Please make sure you're there. If you can't go and buy tickets online, you go to the gate. When you get there, say that you didn't buy at the gate. Enter, go and have a good time. And trust me, you won't regret it.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Anybody to say thank you to before you leave?
Yes, I want to thank my team. They've been working very hard.
All right.
I want to thank Lovers of Highlife GH. They have been really good supporting me and trying to promote Highlife in Ghana.
Right.
So I want to give them a shout out. Thank you, Kwame. Thank you, Doreen.
You're welcome.
You guys are so lovely to talk to.
And then the producer too.
Yes, producer. Give me the producer's name.
Mr. Hagler.
Mr. Hagler.
AKA Mr. Joshua.
That's
Mr.
social
Joshua.
media knee upness, and then Debbie Sway's assistant. So
the way she's put it, like
she's
like
she's
Missy
an
Elliott,
artist.
you
She's
know?
an artist too.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Everybody's an artist here.
But
Interesting.
we need more artists. Because the conversations is
But some of us must remain media people to help you. Some of us, our artist career
didn't.
the maracas playing.
They don't get select.
It is not giving.
Interesting.
All right. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. And I'm sure you've enjoyed this. And just you're on social media too,
yes,
right?
my Berima Berima Amo.
Awesome.
Anywhere, just send me a shout.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
This is Hitz.